Your kids can stay cool on a hot day with a good book. An Alamosa Books passport reading program can connect your kids with the books that will keep them entertained all summer long.
And Jennifer Kinyak joins us with this week's selections, which are all classics. Good morning.
Good morning.
Glad to be back.
Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you know, first of all, for those who don't know, Alamosa Books is an independent bookstore. So why do you think stores such as yours are actually more appealing to customers than maybe the big box stores? What makes Alamosa Books so unique?
Well, the main thing is that it is tied to the community it's in. It's not, you know, a generalized store for the whole country. It's just for Albuquerque.
Nice.
So we know our customers, the people who work there love books. We wouldn't be working there otherwise.
Right.
We're not going to get rich at a bookstore, sadly. But
it's a passion.
right, exactly. It's a passion, and we love recommending books. If you come in a couple times, we'll know you and we'll know what you like. We have kids who come over and over just to see what we'll recommend them, and they love to read what we offer them. We really like local authors, so we have a lot of events with local authors. But the main thing is just it's an important part of the community, and it can make the community in a way.
Absolutely.
Well, we were just talking about DirecTV not carrying Nickelodeon right now, and you think about kids watching a lot of TV, watching a lot of Nickelodeon. Why is it important for kids to focus more on the books during the summertime, and how can parents encourage their children to pick up a book instead of watching TV?
Well, there have actually been studies that show that over the summer, kids lose 1 to 3 months of instruction.
Oh my gosh.
And it's worse for kids who are from lower income families or kids who are reluctant readers. They can lose more on the 3-month end. But they've found, the good news is they've also found that just having books around and reading anything they want, not even reading school books, but reading anything, can really help make that up, and it can be as good as summer school, actually.
That's great, and that's why I love what you're doing. Let's remind our viewers about this, the Passport Reading Program. Let's talk a little bit about it.
Yes, it's a program for kids from 1st through 12th grade, and we have passport booklets that they can get. There are 12 books in each of the 3 grade levels, and if the kids read 8 of the 12 books, they get a $10 gift certificate to the store. They can spend on anything.
I wish I was still a kid. I would have wanted this. I would have raking up the money.
Such a cool program.
Well, and you know, you select these special books, like you said, you know, you kind of pick and choose, and so the 3 books that were selected this week are actually classics. So why would you say kids should read the classics, and what actually qualifies as a classic?
Well, classics are books that have stood the test of time, really, that still, even over the years, still speak to us, still show us something about being human that doesn't change. Because there are lots of old books that we don't read anymore, we've never heard of, but there are certain ones that still just speak to us.
Timeless.
Right.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about the ones that we have today. We have 3 more books on the list. So what do we have first?
Well, the first one is The Little Mermaid, which is by Hans Christian Andersen, and it is so different from the Disney version.
It is.
Yes.
Totally different.
So I want to warn anybody who reads it, it does not have the same ending. Very different ending, but
no music.
No music. It's not a happy ending, actually, but it's interesting to read just for that reason.
I want to know now.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Very nicely.
And then the book for middle grades is called 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That was written by Jules Verne.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that one.
That one is, I think, probably one of the most challenging ones we have on the list, but Jules Verne was one of the forefathers of science fiction. So it's an important book for that reason, and it's a story about, well, they think that there's a sea monster attacking ships. It turns out that it's a crazy submarine run by this Captain Nemo, and it turns out to be an adventure in his submarine.
Adventure books are great. I love that. And this is great because it's something for the boys and the girls.
Right.
So it's a good unisex book.
And this other classic for the older set is The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway.
Yes, which I had never read until this week, actually, but it is so good.
I'd love to
really
read
good,
that.
and it's not long, and the way Hemingway writes is very simple and straightforward, so it's not extremely hard, but it's a really beautiful story.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you give such good recommendations, and I would love to remind our viewers where they can go for more details about the Passport Reading Program.
They can go to our website, alamosabooks.com, or they can come by the store, which is on Paseo del Norte between Ventura and Barstow.
Fantastic. Jennifer, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great information as always. And if you have a taste for the Wild West, you won't want to miss our next segment. After the break, we are cooking with High Noon. Don't go away.